everybody, this is Kevin Kautzman with the show Under the Influence. It's the show about influential influencers influencing the influenced, in that order. And we're joined today by the great comedian Larry Smith.
Great. Aw, thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me.
How are you, Larry?
I'm dandy. I've just been sitting here talking with you guys, drinking rum. So I mean, it can't be bad. It's a good day.
I heard rum and lime.
Well, a little lime juice to fight the rickets and scurvy.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And you're in Springfield, Illinois. I'm in St. Paul, Minnesota, representing the Midwest, such as it is. And we have Lenny Platt in Florida.
Yep.
How are you, Lenny?
I'm doing okay.
Uh-huh.
All things considered.
Yeah.
Being in the ninth gate of hell. That is Florida. But yes, staying safe inside.
Mm-hmm. And if you
away
want to
from
go,
Walmart.
right. And if you want to go back to New York now, there's you said there's a 2-week quarantine.
Or I got to pay a $2,000 fine.
And do you just write that out to the Cuomo family directly, or?
Correct. Yes. Mm-hmm. Directly to the, his real estate lobby.
Right.
Thank God, because he's hurting for money.
He really is, guys.
And not least here, of course, Abbie Lucas, also great. Lenny, sorry you left you out there. You're great too, Lenny. And Abbie's in London.
Yes, I am the token foreigner.
You're a foreigner in London, of course, because
I am a foreigner in London because I am
right.
from New Zealand, where they do not have the COVID.
What does it feel like to be from a country that everyone lauds and praises as being this paradisical place, but to be in the middle of London as everything falls apart?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting development because it's only really, people have always thought of New Zealand as this like green, adventurous place that you would go to. And so it's been paradisical in that way, but it's since we've had this current prime minister that everyone now thinks it's like a utopia, which everyone in New Zealand is very happy to embrace as the narrative.
I don't doubt it. Well, of course, Springfield, Illinois has a wonderful reputation. Didn't they shot parts of Lord of the Rings there, right?
In Springfield? Absolutely.
Mordor?
We have a lovely collection of orcs and Uruk-hai.
Yeah, we got orcs too.
Oh.
But you've got your orc problem under control, from what I understand. I watched the documentary. Was it the hero Samwise Gamgee came along?
Yeah.
Great exterminator. That guy. He
right.
Hell of a guy. We've been trying to get him up here. We're not known for anything else. I think there was somebody that was in government at some point that we claim here in Springfield, but I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one really knows who his name was.
Right.
What his name was. It's
right.
Hard to keep track of
Isn't
these things.
Springfield the name of a city that's the most popular name? There's a Springfield in every other state.
Unfortunately, yeah, and so also. Everyone usually says, "Oh, The Simpsons," and we're like, "No, we lost to Massachusetts." So,
oh, did they define which Springfield?
Yeah, there was a contest, and we were like, "Look, we've got a lake right on a power plant. That the power plant just dumps all types of stuff into the lake. We can't even swim in it. There's a Shelbyville. Yeah, there's a Shelbyville just down the road." Which is a rival of Springfield. Yeah. And they were like, let's just go with this more picturesque town. And bull crap.
What?
It's that East Coast bias. Now, Larry, you were telling us about this sign behind you and a war that you got on the Bird website with Budweiser. Tell us about that again.
Yeah, that was so it was Super Bowl Sunday, and I may have had an adult beverage or two. I try them every once in a while. Just to see what it's like. And Budweiser had put out one of their commercial was something like God bless America, and we're very American, and we love America. And I was like, that's pretty bold talk for a European conglomerate that took away American jobs to make beer taste worse somehow. And they took the person that runs their Twitter took umbrage with my comments, and we got into a Twitter argument. Me on Super Bowl Sunday. See, and that's what tells you Budweiser's not a very American company, because they wouldn't be tweeting on Super Bowl Sunday. They'd be watching the game. But what's great is a good buddy of mine is a craft beer rep up here. And so he knows more about beer than the person who runs their Twitter account. And so he jumped in and we start dogpiling. I felt kind of bad for the poor person running their social media, because we just kept dogpiling until
it's like 3 a.m. in Europe too.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what? They rolled over. They're like, oh, sweetie, we should see what time it. Oh, darn it, because they're Belgium or something. I don't know.
Right.
But so the last show that I did, the producer thought it would be hilarious because he had followed this, because I'd posted some screenshots to Facebook as well. He thought it would be hilarious to surprise me with this sign, and he made their Budweiser rep pay for it. He showed him the thread, was like, you got to see this. The rep was like, oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, we'll spend Budweiser's money to make this sign. And then they sent me home with it. And I was like, I'm going to put this up. I'm showing it to everybody. I kind of want to take a picture of myself in front of it and then tweet Budweiser.
Yeah.
And be like, who won now? You know, just
Right.
It might send you a case.
Yeah.
you know, it's something to keep the rats away.
Well, speaking of rats, Larry, you're our first guest on this show, and you're gonna take us. You're gonna take us down the rabbit hole of TikTok, the rabbit hole of TikTok.
Okay.
So, what's the story? This is a clip show. What's the story behind your clips?
I don't have TikTok. Because I am 41. And have I didn't realize I had any left, but apparently I have this much self-respect. So I don't have TikTok. What I do have instead is a 15-year-old daughter who has her finger on the pulse of things. And so I looked at her and I was like, look, they mentioned TikTok. I don't think they've done it yet. Throw me some really horrible TikToks. And she said, all right, I'll do some research. And so she went on a deep dive, because she has taste. So she doesn't follow any of this, but she went on a deep dive and found what she called POV. When she says, she goes, here's some horrible POV TikToks, which, as I said to you, really worried me, because my innocent daughter didn't realize that there was a connection to another
indeed,
less wholesome POV.
Right.
And so I clicked on it quickly but tentatively, because I didn't want to have that conversation. But turns out it's just people that don't know what they're doing, posting really horrible non sequitur videos that make no sense to anybody. So
okay, well, let's look at the first one here then. Interesting. All right, so what are we seeing here? So we've got Ken Bone 12345, also his pin for his ATM.
Do you think his eyebrows have their own TikTok account?
He looks rather young.
We could start one for him.
Oh.
God love him. I don't want to pick on him, but he looks like he's halfway in the middle of changing into a werewolf.
That is what adolescence is, you know.
Yeah. And this coming from a guy that looks like this. I understand what I look like, so...
Well, you know, look, Ken Bone, we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate that you're putting yourself out there, sort of. Here we go. Let's watch this. Let me make sure I'm sharing audio after all that. Here we are.
My bitch got a body like Alba. What up, dog? I'm the alpha. So you better watch out, bro. And that goes for anyone around us. My bitch got a body like Alba.
And that just goes on forever. It just loops like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This is a Chinese bioweapon. This is psychological warfare.
Look, if the Germans had this in World War II, we'd all be speaking German right now.
We'd all be drinking Budweiser.
Oh, how dare you!
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So
Is he aware that it's terrible? Because it says like so I'm assuming this is duet with EXO Brooklyn, who is this lady on the right. I'm assuming, and it says, "Can we end POV cringy POV videos?" Yet he puts it out there. How
they may be
complex.
Doing a level of satire that we could only aspire to.
Yeah, this may be ironic.
Yeah, this could be ironic. Yeah, Swish Mike Stud. And then I like that it says #viral. That's all.
I mean, that's how you know it.
Yeah.
If you hashtag it, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I end all of my Instagram hashtags with #influencer, #Crystal Pepsi. So I just want to make sure people understand that I am full of shit.
Right. Well, that one was fun. All right, let's go to number 2 here. Larry's brought us lots of goodies. I like that we have our first research assistant for Under the Influence.
Yeah.
It's #UTI is the show. If you
which I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to give us some context for this too, Larry, or do you think we should just dive right in?
Oh no, you get to watch this with fresh eyes the way I did.
Ah.
I want you to be hurt like I was hurt.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. This is all my fault. I love you. I'm sorry. I should have been going fast. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna make it. Listen. Most of my life I spent with you. Those were the best times of my life. Please just smile for me one more time, please.
Huh.
What?
That guy is going to get a pilot before we will.
Oh yeah,
real tough. Yeah, no, for sure. With 136,000 likes, that's.
This guy will be winning screenwriting competitions with Shia LaBeouf, by the end of the year.
I just want to know where he got all that ketchup.
Yeah.
Also,
I hope it was organic. That much high fructose corn syrup is bad for your
it's bad for your skin,
terrible,
especially if he's trying to get a gig. Now, I know I laughed out loud, but it's only because I do have 3 teenage children, and I like to see teenagers get hurt sometimes. And that's a horrible thing to say. I maybe shouldn't have, but it's true.
You know what this reminds me of when I mentioned this young man or person will get a pilot. This thing went around on social media recently. I should say for posterity here that it's June 29th in 2020, the worst year in recorded history. And 1944, pretty bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say
1916. All right, okay. In living in sort of in our lifetimes, let's say. How about that? But this thing was going around on social media recently about Lena Dunham, and I don't want to defend Lena Dunham for any reason whatsoever. And this is not a Lena Dunham podcast. I feel sort of ashamed to even utter the name. But something went around recently saying, Lena Dunham showed up at HBO with a 1.5 page concept and got a pilot greenlit. And they're acting like she hadn't done, what was it, Tiny Furniture?
Tiny Furniture.
Yeah.
And the Mumblecore film.
Right. And I'm not, I believe I might have tried to watch that film at some point. And, and I understand she's a darling, her parents are all famous and everything. I get it. But acting like all she had ever done was show up with a 1.5 pages and clout. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it is funny how Twitter, well, go ahead, Larry.
No, all I was going to say was I get why I get that I'm not the audience for this stuff. You mentioned I'm not Lena Dunham's audience. I'm not this particular genre of TikTok's audience. I get it. I can make the jokes, but I also, if you're having fun, who am I? Who am I to tell you not?
What I kind of admire about a video like that is like if like a millennial had created that, it would be some sort of secret viral trailer for some larger thing that was happening. But it looks like these guys are just doing this stuff for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun because they're all turning out to be pretty good editors and
Yeah.
Somebody could talk to him about his sound editing a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And the makeup, I mean, he looked like he was like preparing for a football game. He had like blood,
Rambo.
Rambo, Commando.
He could have done
like
with an outside eye on that.
He looked like an extra in Last of the Mohicans for just a second.
For sure.
Oh yeah, this is going to come back to haunt him.
Also,
I will find you.
Was his car on fire?
Yes.
Did you hear a fire sound effect? Okay, get the fuck out of the car, man.
Yeah.
Get her out of the car. What are you doing? I don't know. I have some issues with the plot, you know.
Lenny's giving notes to TikTok.
Look, my daughter when she sent that to me, I was like, this one, she goes, this is the worst one. And I was like, what is going on? She said, look, what have you taught me? Keep a glass breaker and a seatbelt cutter in the car. I was like, that's my girl. She's like, somebody should have taught him. 2, if you want to make it realistic, don't turn the camera. Keep it upside down. Add some real stakes to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, a Dutch angle, a real hardcore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or really flip your car. Just go
really flip the car, right? I know. I want to really commit to it, Tyler.
Yeah.
Method TikToker.
Tyler. With your I don't know was it like a PSA for not TikToking and driving? Is that like what he was trying to say?
Right.
Well,
I think he could have ended that sentence at not TikToking.
Just not TikTok.
I guarantee some man of a certain age has already received a restraining order that prevents him from getting on the talk ever again.
Yes, I guarantee it.
I feel like I've actually read something like that recently.
Oh, all right. Well, we've got a few more clips from Larry to go, so let's get into the third clip here. And okay, all right. Let's see. Sharing. This is interesting.
Oh, it's another duet.
Yeah. Okay. This has 167,000 likes, and let's see what we're in for.
A1 acting skills. I can't wait. Okay.
Damn, but that bitch is crazy. She's all over me. Babe, what are you doing on the field? All right, calm down. All right, let's just talk this out. All right, calm down. Listen. I was just kidding, babe. I was just kidding. You are not breaking up with me. You're not. Damn, but that bitch is crazy. She's all over me.
It hits differently when you have your earbuds in as opposed to just letting it play on your phone.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
I don't know if that guy had too many hugs or not enough growing up. And
he has a spectacular chin, though. This is is exactly what you want out of a chin.
The third thing I wanted to say was it looks like Lenny is going to travel back in time to warn his younger self of danger of some
Absolutely
variety.
Never see this again. Yes. No, or or I'm trying to think am I just too old and is this like somebody who heard punk music for the first time that their kid was listening to and they're like, what is this noise? This is insane. How could you listen to this? My mind is so confused at seeing this video.
It is very punk, isn't it? We're done.
Yeah. It's aggressive and
Did a band called The Streets ever make it to America? It's like a Cockney guy called Mike Skinner.
Do not know.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, I mean, probably.
Did he work with Gorillaz on that one album or no? Is that something else? All right.
Maybe. I don't know. It kind of in the moment reminded me of a song that he had on, I think, his second album, where it was sort of like he was acting out a conversation between many different characters, and that kind of reminded me of that, but a really bad version of it.
Yeah, this has the quality of kind of like America's Funniest Home Videos, but you're doing it yourself constantly in your room, and I feel like we need to watch this one again to really let it wash over us. So I'm gonna share it again here. I feel like I'm like a sommelier of pain.
This is you're doing this only because I made jokes at your expense earlier, aren't you? This is
All
I
right.
do like his track lighting, not track lighting, the rope lighting. That is nice.
All right, here we go.
Slick.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
I don't think anyone.
Babe, what are you doing on the field? All right, calm down. All right, let's just talk this out. All right, calm down. Listen. I was just kidding, babe. I was just kidding. You are not breaking up with me. You're not. Damn, but that bitch is crazy. She's all over me.
I'm bothered by the aggression.
He's doing the lyrics. He's improving off the lyrics of the song, but like somebody who's about to pull a gun and flip out.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. It went from hey, what's happening to hey, I'm gonna probably murder you and your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we rate this as A1 acting skills is the question.
A1 like the sauce, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there and you just can't identify it. Yeah,
That's right.
If like A10 is the highest and A1
I don't even know what this is. Again, it's 170,000 views. This guy's going to be getting meetings when things go back to normal. Netflix is going to give him a show, you know.
How are people?
This is what Netflix will be like.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff on TikTok. I just wanted to give you guys the worst of it.
Thank you. That's what. Yeah.
Great instinct. Comedian Larry Smith,
It's all
everyone.
up from here. You know?
Yeah. Where can people, while we're in the middle of the show here, where can people find you, Larry?
Springfield, Illinois.
Online.
Oh, online. At Poundsmith2 on Twitter and at Poundsmith2 on Instagram. And try finding Larry Smith on Facebook. Good luck.
You just go right down to the boomer rabbit hole there. It's a whack-a-boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gen X, thank you very much.
It's a lovely name. Do you have a middle name, Larry?
It is Bruce.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm named after my dad, who's a boomer. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My dad had a lot of lack of imagination. So
hey, you know what? There you
Stick
go.
with what you know.
Look at you now.
Look at me now. I'm still this. That's it.
I mean, a Budweiser sponsored comedian.
Absolutely.
You've made it.
Which is pretty, it's pretty cool.
nice. Your name.
Yeah. Budweiser is like the network television of beer.
Watered down and distasteful.
Daytime TV. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, Larry, I think you have another clip for us here, or something to share. This is on the fake book. So we're kind of getting back into my personal comfort zone here, even though I know that this company is run by demons. These are demons that I know. I'm familiar with. So let's see what we got here. I'm just pulling it up. That last talk was really eye-opening.
I'm just here to educate.
Right. Okay, what are we looking at here? So this is not a video.
No.
Okay, give us some context here, Larry.
It's a series of pictures. His name, he's a comedian and also has written for like College Humor and several other sites. His name is and it truly is when you'll understand the irony. His name is Ryan Creamer, and he posts wholesome videos to PornHub. And it is the funniest, absolute funniest thing you will ever see. Like the title is Secretary and Boss Enjoy Healthy Working Relationship.
Oh,
can anyone upload videos to PornHub? That's fantastic.
Yeah, he just and quietly, he didn't like, hey guys, check out this silly fun boy stuff I'm doing. He just loads it in there and people started to discover it. And I mean, there's stuff like, I just listen to your problems and don't try to solve them. It's so...
Well, and they're super popular. Look at this.
Yeah, he's got a lot of views. 97%.
Yeah.
I drive my Tinder date home safely in a Tesla on autopilot.
Yep.
Awesome.
I think my favorite, because he's always wearing the sweater and the tie.
Yeah. It's like Mr. Rogers comes to PornHub.
Yeah. There was just, your pool boy, clean your pool. I love that one's my favorite.
I walk in on you and promptly exit. This is amazing.
I love it.
This guy is awesome.
Do we know where he's from?
He's on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he's
Ryan Creamer.
Yeah. Legit his name, which is the beautiful irony of it, posted to PornHub. But yeah, he just has this beautiful series of wholesome videos, and occasional, like, this is my favorite one because he's in his swim trunks and the sweater still. That's commitment. He is committed to this bit.
Amazing.
It's so smart. He like clearly I hold your hand in virtual reality. He's using like his videos are titled with, I guess, things that people were searching for the naughty version and come across his video. It's genius.
I play Overwatch and don't have sex with the characters.
Uh-huh.
This is cleansing.
Oh, man.
This is
great.
purifying. Oh boy. I just show you the property. Well, this is a hoot. I admire this a lot. I can see that you are tired, so I suggest we just snuggle.
Yeah. Isn't that wonderful?
Wow.
This guy is like my hero.
It's so lovely. He even looks like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Almost caught.
Well, almost caught.
Oh boy.
Man.
Wow. Excellent.
Like, I wonder if you got caught at work watching one of his videos, would you get in trouble? I mean,
they're safe for work.
They're
safe
for work.
They are
The website's not, but it's technically.
Well, and like I told Kevin, I said, I'm sending you the Facebook link, not links to PornHub, because I didn't want to creep anybody out. Oh, check out all these PornHub clips. They're real wholesome and great. What type of sick prick are you? No.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I like this because it has the quality of a bit of a hack, right?
But the funny part is, I'm definitely gonna Google this now. I'm definitely gonna go to PornHub and watch these videos. These are hilarious.
I disinfect the casting couch.
Oh my god.
Ooh. All right. Well, we're coming into the home stretch for Larry's stuff here. There's one more. It looks like we have the Gram. Another website that I'm familiar with. I like calling it a website too, like it's not this incredible like media platform. All right, let's see.
Are you guys familiar with this indie website called Instagram?
My favorite is I can't remember the name of the guy who did this, but he called Twitter the stupid bird website. I was like, that's just the best. He's a web developer for the New York Times. He knows his stuff. All right, here we go. What are we looking at here? Yes. This is you, Lenny.
Oh, this is me.
I mixed Lenny's up. We got through Larry's, so now this is Lenny. So it's Lenny's turn to curate. So, well, what can you say about this after you?
I mean, my selection is pretty easy this week. We all know about Karen's. Spoke a little bit about the last time, but this week the ultimate Ken Karen showdown happened in St. Louis. The mayor, of the town, I guess, read aloud all the names and phone numbers of people that had gone on their city website and asked to defund the police.
Oh boy!
They signed a petition, so she read everyone aloud. So she kind of shamed people and exposed them. She doxed them. So they, a lot of BLM protesters showed up at the house, the mansion of the mayor, and I don't know who these people are, but
they are lawyers. They are
lawyers.
Personal injury lawyers who live in the tackiest mansion imaginable. It's horrific. Go on.
Yeah, no. So they were there and they had guns and they were waving them around at protesters, shouting, and it created just this onslaught of memes. There, if you go to this second, so that first one was from Jerry Saltz. This thing you're seeing here, he was the art critic for the New York Magazine, and it's this fake movie poster where it's got Karen Chadbro, a Marxist mob, and a special guest star from a Freedom Musket.
Did you have another link, Lenny?
Yeah, so I've got this.
Can you send it over?
Yeah, it's the other one in the chat. It's a Mashable link, and it's got the rest of these memes. But they're like, it's a photo of them on the lawn, and it captions like, "This Mr. and Myth sequel looks terrible." It looks like MAGA Bonnie and Clyde robbed a Talbot's. That's my favorite one.
Hey, do me a favor and send it back over in the chat. I actually had some fun with this myself earlier today, so I had to make a meme. I mean, it's a cliche meme, but it's that is a movie I would watch. How did this guy get here?
Wouldn't that just be like a shit falling down?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right. It'd be a falling down that starts at home.
Yeah.
It's a falling down where you don't root for Michael Douglas. That's there's not one moment in that movie where you would go, I can relate to that. No, you just look at that guy and go, man, I can't wait for Robert Duvall to shoot you in the face.
Yeah. It's not happening soon enough. Yeah, I mean, the pink polo does match nicely with the M16.
I did another one as well, and then we'll go over to yours. I just had a little fun with this. I said that this is the same energy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the move, right? Yeah, American Gothic 2020 for sure. All right, I'm going to stop sharing here real quick and then get into the chat and grab the other one here. Oh, this is the Mashable article.
It's the Mashable article. It just lists a bunch of them. I mean, another one is like this, you better open up this fucking Olive Garden, which I love that one. And it really spoke to me being here in Florida, how people are just really upset that they can't go to Carrabba's Italian Grill.
Yeah, there was someone who tweeted, like, imagine, like, being willing to die for Olive Garden.
I mean, legit people here they are like not giving a fuck. They got
those breadsticks, man.
Yeah, unlimited, man.
A buddy of mine who's in the National Guard was actually stationed down in East St. Louis. Sent me the picture of those two, and he said, what do you see wrong? And the first thing out of my mouth was trigger control, because her finger's on the trigger.
He has his. Go on, Larry.
Yeah. And she's pointing it at people like with a finger on the trigger, and he called me immediately, and he's like, I knew that would be the first thing you not they're pointing guns or standing out in front of their house with firearms, which obviously I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But the fact that her finger was on the trigger, and my first thought was trigger control. Come on, man, you know better.
He points the gun at her at one point. The barrel of the gun is pointed at her. A child knows not to do that. Unreal. Absolutely insane.
Wait, so this is their house? I thought this was like the mayor's mansion.
This is their house?
They moved into... So what's not seen off camera here is that these protesters did indeed go through a gate that is labeled private property, and this is this nonsense, little stretch of St. Louis which is too Tony for us peasants, and so this is a house that they remodeled. They called it a palazzo, because of course that's what you need when you're living in St. Louis. There's never too much house, I'm sure, right? We have to live in the eyes wide shut mansion here. Take a look. Yeah.
How is they didn't get the strap over properly?
Unreal. I mean, here, quite a lot of photos. I mean, this is starting to look pretty legit. They are barefoot, by the way.
I love the one arm on her hip and the other one casually holding the gun up.
They're barefoot.
It looks like she's pointing it at his head.
She might be.
Freud was onto something, man.
If only she had like seasonal allergies, we could have been having a completely different conversation.
Yeah. Jeez, look at this. Shit. They don't realize the fire that they're playing with. I don't know what's going to happen, but they've got problems. They got real problems now. I mean, oh boy. Whoa. This is the ultimate get off my lawn.
They're lawyers too.
They are private, or what do you call it? Personal injury lawyers. They're
ambulance chasers.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unreal.
Maybe they were trying to, I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
out there.
this is a way to drum up business for your
like
for your,
shoot a bunch of people like so you're gonna need some help suing me.
Yeah. So what do they call their
looks
Canon
like
Karen? Yeah, go on.
Oh, say that dude looks like Vince D'Onofrio's character from Full Metal Jacket if he had lived.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
you're right. D'Onofrio is such a great follow on Twitter. He's so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's their mansion. Here's the interior of their mansion.
Cool.
Fuck me.
Yeah. Wow. Just the level of class here is off the charts.
Are they Victorian vampires?
Lenny, we don't talk about the vampires, okay? We talk offline, buddy. I mean, I can just see them sitting there. I suspect they were drunk, and they came out barefoot. All right. So, okay. All right. Well, there you go. So, Lenny, that was a great
They do
share.
live in St. Louis. What do you expect? They don't have shoes down there.
They don't have money for shoes
Missouri.
with that house. Yeah.
Missouri.
Look,
yeah, right.
This is what you can buy when you're not buying shoes.
Exactly. We live an hour and a half north of St. Louis.
Oh.
And St. Louis has a great comedy scene. I've got a lot of friends that live in St. Louis that love that city. I, however, I love Chicago. Chicago's a beautiful city. It's probably where I'm going to relocate to. But St. Louis is just a dirty river city that refuses to admit that it's just a dirty river city. It's like somebody that lives in a trailer park but wins $250,000 in the lottery and pretends like they have the utmost of riches for the rest of forever.
And then they get the tax bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and they're just
right.
like, oh well, I can't take the Camaro back. I guess I'm just stuck with it.
I live in St. Paul, and what you're saying that hits a little close to home here, our little river city out here. All right, well, so we'll never have any fans in Missouri now. I think we're in trouble. Thank you for that, Larry Smith, comedian, everyone.
I've got plenty of fans in Missouri.
Oh, okay, all right.
You'll be fine. Yeah,
you can run cover for us. Don't worry, I got my little pistol here. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm just on the podcast.
Your 5-shot 38. Go for it.
Pew. All right, so coming into the home stretch here, Abbie, you have a share. What do you got?
Yes. So this is a comedian who has been, well, I know her on Twitter, but
no other comedians. I'm sorry. You told me there were in my contract.
Yeah, there was an exclusivity here.
Yeah.
God damn it. No one faxed me that.
You got the green M&Ms in the mail, right?
I can't work like this.
You were saying, Abbie.
Yeah, so the video is from TikTok, but I got it from the Twitters because I don't do TikTok. So she's been doing a series of videos where she lip syncs Trump's speeches.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let me see if we can.
They have a pretty new, magnificent arena, as you probably have heard, and we're getting exact numbers out, but we're either close to or over 1 million people wanting to go. We have a 22,000-seat arena, but I think we're going to also take the convention hall next door, and that's going to hold 40,000, so we'll have 22,000 plus 40,000, which would mean that we'll have over 900,000 people that won't be able to go, but hopefully they'll be watching. But it's an amazing, nobody's ever heard of numbers like this. And we expect to have, it's like a record-setting crowd. We've never had an empty seat, and we certainly won't in Oklahoma. They have a pretty new, magnificent.
Oh, and we know how that turned out, don't we?
So, which is a good point to talk about how Gen Z are influencing elections, etc., through TikTok.
Yeah,
right, because they did a viral campaign to get a bunch of people to fake register for Trump's rally, and they blew up the numbers.
Yeah, so I think there were 19,000 registrations, and like based on that, they were looking for like overspill space for the rally, and then I think like 6,000 or 9,000 showed up in the end.
Yeah,
looked pretty thin. Yeah,
I just like, I can't, I've produced events with my my company Barbecue Films, and like I saw that, I'm like, oh man, that like, someone set up that stage. It's like, you had a whole birthday party and no one showed up, and I know,
some union people,
like
they got paid.
They got paid, I know,
and they got to knock off early.
That's true. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got to close shop early.
Larry is the official Under the Influence union rep.
Yeah. I've
Dues
been
are in the mail
most of my life, so yeah,
dues are in the mail. Yeah, that was pretty sad. You're right, Lenny. It does have that vibe.
Just and when like, yeah, it just, I felt for those people that had to like, they got all excited. It's gonna be a big party, and like crickets. But,
well, it's time to cut the cake.
Yeah.
Well,
TikTok. But TikTok was a big part of that, I guess.
What is the limit on the time on TikTok? Is it 1 minute or?
I think it's like it's supposed to be 15 seconds, but I think they can take it to a minute.
Like,
which
I would love to see.
Feels like a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Were they like setting it to music? Like, were they like conspiring to book up all the Trump tickets, like set to remixes of Diplo?
Yeah.
Like,
how did it work? Yeah.
I think someone sort of like initially put the idea out, and then everyone was sort of like sharing the plan, but like getting it to delete a certain amount of time later, so that no one from the campaign would catch on to it. So there are all these like parents on Twitter who like go into their kid's bedroom and they're like, oh, did you hear about like Gen Z sort of fixing this rally? And the kids on their phone like, yeah, Dad, like we've been planning that for weeks now.
My daughter's go on, Larry.
No, I was just saying my two younger kids assisted in that.
Yeah.
I couldn't be prouder. I'm honestly, I'm a big damn the man guy from way back. So they were like,
hey,
high fives, did you see? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I'm so proud of you kids. Damn the man, save the empire.
Bizarre.
And there you go. And it shows that like a lot of MAGA people aren't on TikTok, I guess. No one knew about it. No one saw it.
Yeah.
The social ineptitude is interesting, because I saw like Trump yesterday post that like a video of his supporters here in Florida. Again, Florida. Yeah. All right. Like there was a protest of two groups, like it was in a retirement community here in Florida called the Villages. And there's like a parade of golf carts of MAGA supporters, and they're like honking in their golf carts and like holding up signs. And then there's like a counter protest of other elderly people yelling and shouting at them. And like one guy yells out white power, who's a MAGA guy in a golf cart. And like Trump reposted the video, and then they deleted it. And today he said, oh, I didn't hear it. He listened to the video. He just, he's like on his toilet, like reposting videos. And he didn't know that he had posted. So it's
the dignity of the office is completely gone. We used to flip out because it's like, oh, George Bush embarrassed us. He threw up when he had dinner with the Chinese. We're all mortified. Oh my God!
He held the book upside down.
Yeah. The brown
for
jacket
God's
for
sake.
Obama.
Yeah, exactly. The tan suit. Worst thing a president ever done. The worst thing a president has ever done is a tan suit. For God's sakes, let's put that into perspective, shall we? Yeah. I got to vomit real quick. Hold on.
Oh man! All right. Well, on a lighter note here, I have the last clip, and then we'll get out of here. Before we do, everybody give their handles again. I guess I'll start. I'm Kevin Kautzman. I'm on Twitter. I'm on the gram. I'm not on TikTok, and it's just my name, Kevin, Kautzman. And Abbie, I know you're on the Stupid Bird website too.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Abbie Lucas, which is ABBIE.
I'm at Lenny Platt on Instagram. I don't use Facebook, and I'm on the Stupid Bird site, but really only to complain about American Airlines.
Yeah.
So you can hit me up there if you want.
And Larry again.
At Poundsmith2 on Instagram and on Twitter. And on Twitter, I'm there every day sharing my innermost thoughts and feelings and my secrets. And I just want to connect with somebody. That's all I want. It's just to connect.
Okay.
So come on over.
I like that. And thank you for coming on the show and helping us break the seal as our first guest, Larry.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for putting up with my shit.
The Stupid Bird website is not totally worthless. I think I might get on the talk though after this, because I have a hole inside me that I think could be filled by people watching me pretend to die in a car.
Or like lip syncing to rap
9 Inch
songs.
Nails or something. Yeah. That'd be cool. I'm sure there's a hunger for that.
Oh, hey, can I've got a show I need to promote.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just remembered
Plug
that.
your show.
Sorry, I forgot that. So I am doing a new podcast for the Front Row Network and NPR Illinois called Convince Me. And it is a fun podcast where I bring on some guests, do a quick interview, and then they tell me about something that they hate that everyone else loves and something they love that everyone else hates. Or we'll talk about what makes them laugh versus what doesn't make them laugh, and everything in between. It's a silly little fun show to kind of cleanse your palate from the dumpster fire that is the world. So NPR Illinois, Convince Me.
All right, Convince Me. And is it going to be on iTunes and all the usual places?
Oh yeah, all the usual places. Cool. But I've been told that I need to push that whole NPR thing.
All right.
Because when you look at me, the first thing you think is top 40 country radio. But the second thing is NPR.
Right. Well, have they given you the special sedatives that they give NPR hosts?
Yeah, that's just they tried and they realized they didn't send enough because I have a very high tolerance.
Right.
So they're just, I guess next time it's just horse tranquilizers,
ketamine directly into your
right in the eyeball. Just to get in there. But a double dose because it takes a lot.
Is NPR. All right. Okay, here we go. So I'll close this out with a clip. There's a fun channel on Facebook. It's like a group called Hippie Fatigue Syndrome, and it's people finding the very worst, most ridiculous woo-woo stuff that's out there. I have a bit of a woo-woo streak myself, but I'm not as hardcore as all these people. And this gal is being interviewed about taking acid or something. So let's see what she has to say. And we'll wind down here on Under the Influence. And you can find us at undertheshow.com. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Under the Influence. You can't miss it, undertheshow.com. All right, so let's see what this young lady has to say about the experience of...
I would say I was in the mountains and I traveled dimensionally to several different places, so many places. Medicinal mushroom journey. We, put copal in the fire, so it was like this white fire of like transmutative alchemy. And like I said, traveled dimensionally. Not only back in time, but also through space. I was seeing myself as ancestral alien, and I was seeing myself as woman going through like birth, and I was seeing lifetimes of trauma, ancestral trauma, past life trauma released. Yes.
Whoa. Hey, well, I like the ancestral alien vibe. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The one look out was pretty funny.
That's perfectly timed.
That guy is great. I highly recommend. He has a show called All Gas No Breaks. That's the Instagram account. I follow it all the time. He's like, he goes to like, the gathering of the juggalos in a suit, and he seems very serious and legitimate and gets the most insane interviews from people. And that was great, Kevin. Thanks for sharing that. That was a person who I imagine believes in a fifth dimension. Mm-hmm. I got dragged to a class about this. It was for free. A friend of mine wanted to go check it out, and my wife was invited, so we went and we sat in a little tent, and they had colors on the roof of the tent, and we talked about how there are ancient aliens from Atlantis, and I heard a lot of the same kind of commentary. So
she is the exact same kind of person that my buddies will introduce me to at a party,
Yeah.
and then walk away and leave me stranded, knowing
Yeah.
that I'm too nice to say, shut up, I have to leave.
I just got to get out of this, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, tell me more about these this transcendental.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Until I'm just like, I gotta go. I gotta look. Oh, I got a text. One of my kids is dead. I have to. I'm sorry.
Talking about a trip is sort of like talking about a trip. Like, you know, unless somebody's really interested, it's like talking about a dream. They don't really want to hear it unless they're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for real.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your child, Larry.
Yeah, I gotta go. Take care of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But thanks again for coming on. This is Under the Influence, undertheshow.com. I'm Kevin Kautzman with Lenny Platt, Abbie Lucas, Larry Smith, and this was Sommelier of Pain. Peace.
Bye, guys.